Hello my dear students, welcome back to my class. Easy Maths by Sukumar. In the last class we have learnt about the properties of quadrilaterals. Actually these properties will help us to construct quadrilaterals, construction of quadrilaterals. Before we start the construction of quadrilaterals, let us recall what we have learnt the constructions in the previous classes. Okay. See, you know how to draw a line segment actually. How to draw a line segment, my dear students? See, for example, to draw a line segment AB 8 centimeters, that AB is 8 centimeters. Just we mark a point at O and the other point is at 8 centimeters, and we join this point starting point and this end point. Then we will get a line segment. See, my dear students, how to construct an angle 60 degrees. See, for example, angle AOB, it is equal to 60 degrees. How to construct this angle AOB 60 degrees? See, for example, first we draw a ray. We draw a ray. That means this is just draw a ray. This is O and this is some B. This is B. So OB is a ray. This is one arm of the angle, arm. Right. And what next, my dear students? Just place this circular at O and just draw an arc like this. This arc cut this OB ray at some x. Understand? Just with O as center, with your convenient radius, just draw an arc, and this arc cuts this OB ray at x. With the same radius and x as center, cut the previous arc. With the same radius, x as center, and cut the previous arc. So this arc intersects the previous arc at some A. Right. Now what we have to do here, just join this OA. Join this OA. O is the vertex. This A is the intersecting point. Okay. So this is OA. See, my dear students, this angle AOB is 60 degrees. Then you can verify by using this protractor also, right? See, my dear students, here this is 0, it should coincide with this 0 degrees. Here it is 60 degrees. So this angle AOB is 60 degrees. This is an angle 60 degrees without this protractor. We construct this 60 degrees angle without this protractor. See, my dear students, how to bisect this angle. How to bisect this angle? Okay, with the same radius, using this circular, just draw one more arc like this. From X, just draw another arc, and from A also, my dear students, from A also, and draw another arc to cut the previous arc. Okay, now just join this O and this point. Let it be some S. OS. Just join this OS. Okay, my dear students. So this OS is called the bisector. This OS is the bisector of angle AOB. See, if you measure this angle AOS or BOS, then you will notice that this angle is 30 degrees. This total angle is 60 degrees. So this bisector divides this angle AOB into two equal parts, two congruent angles. So each angle should be equal to 30 degrees. See, my dear students, this is also 30 degrees. Right. So this is called This OS is called angular bisector. This OS is angular bisector of angle AOB. See my dear students, you can construct 90 degrees angle also without using this protractor. See here, actually this angle is, this measure is equal to what? 30 degrees. So from here my dear students, just cut the previous arc, first arc from A to here, the first arc, just cut the first arc. Now this what? Intersecting point, let it be some K, right? Now join this OK, join this O and this point K. So this is what? This angle KOB is 90 degrees. This angle KOB is 90 degrees. What about this angle AOB, my dear students? This angle AOB is 60 degrees. What about this angle AOS? Angle AOS is 30 degrees. That is, OS is the bisector, angular bisector of angle AOB. See my dear students, like that you can what? Construct 120 degrees, 150 degrees, 180 degrees, 210 degrees by using this angle AOB 60 degrees. Okay, if you know how to construct this angle AOB, then it is very easy to draw the remaining angles like 30, half of 30 also we can draw, that is 15 degrees. Half of 15 also you can draw by using this angular bisector. Okay my dear students, see now we have learnt about how to draw angle AOB using this circular, and we also learned how to construct angle 30 degrees using this circular and 90 degrees. Similarly you can construct 120 degrees also. This is actually 90 my dear students, and this angle is 30. Right, now from here just draw another arc which cuts the first arc at the point V. Okay, so my dear students, now if you join this OV, then this angle VOB, angle VOB is, this is 90 and this is 30, that is equal to 120 degrees. So angle VOB is 120 degrees. See my dear students, again I am repeating how to construct angle 60 degrees. How to construct angle 60 degrees? This is some O and let it be some B. See here, just draw what? An arc from vertex O. Okay, next what I did here, this arc intersects this OB ray here. So from this intersecting point of OB, just cut the previous arc. Okay, just cut the previous arc. Now here join this is, let it be A. So just join this O and A. So my dear students, this angle AOB is 60 degrees. And I am also repeating how to construct, how to draw this angular bisector of angle AOB. See, with the same radius, just draw an arc like this, and from A also, my dear students, draw another arc. Now if you join this, let it be some S, if you join this OS, my dear students, you will get an angular bisector. That means this angular bisector what? Divides this angle into two congruent angles. They are 30 degrees and This angle is 30 and this angle is also 30 degrees. Okay, my dear students. Now we are going to learn about perpendicular bisectors. Perpendicular bisectors. These are very important to construct what? Circumcircle, and also, my dear students, these perpendicular bisectors are help us to construct similar triangles in 10th class also. Okay, see, my dear students, first just draw a what? A line segment. This is some AB. So this AB is actually, this AB is what? This length of this AB is some 10 centimeters, right? So AB is 10 centimeters. Just take a line segment by using this ruler, and what we do here, from B with some convenient radius, just draw an arc on either side of AB. With the same radius, my dear students, cut the previous arcs. Okay, first take half more than half radius, just draw an arc on either side of AB with the same radius, my dear students, with A as center, cut the previous arcs like this. Cut the previous arcs. Are you able to see? Here like this. The same radius, just cut the previous arcs. So, my dear students, if you join these two intersecting arcs, so this is called the perpendicular bisector. That means it divides this line segment into two equal parts. So for example, this is S, means this AS and SB are equal. That means S is the midpoint of AB. S is the midpoint of AB. And it makes an angle 90 degrees. This perpendicular bisector makes an angle 90 degrees with this AB. Okay, this is the perpendicular bisector. So, my dear students, so far we learned how to construct an angle 60 degrees. With this 60 degrees, we can what? Also construct 90, 30 degrees, 120, 150, and so on like that. And we have learned the angular bisector also. Now, just we have learned the perpendicular bisector of a given line segment. See, for example, this AB is 10 centimeters here. That means the AS and SB are equal to 5 centimeters, right? So, my dear students, now we are going to learn about what? The construction of quadrilaterals. Before we learn the construction of quadrilaterals, my dear students, let me tell you one important thing. See here, actually to construct a triangle, we need three independent measurements. Are required to construct a triangle. And to construct a quadrilateral, quadrilateral means, as I told you, it's a polygon having 4 sides, a closed polygon having 4 sides. So to construct a quadrilateral, we need 5 independent measurements. And coming to the parallelogram, my dear students, see, I will tell you the easy way to draw a parallelogram, right? Just draw a line with along the edge of this scale, right, and just join these two. So it is a what? A parallelogram. So this ABCD is a parallelogram. Okay, so to construct a parallelogram we need what? Three independent measurements. To construct a parallelogram we need three independent measurements. And the next one is to construct a rhombus. You know rhombus. To construct a rhombus, what? We need two independent measurements. This is rhombus, so we need two independent measurements. And coming to the what? A trapezium. Trapezium, let me draw here. This is trapezium. Trapezium means only one pair of opposite sides are parallel is called a trapezium. So to construct a trapezium, this is trapezium, we need four independent measurements, right? And the next one is to construct a rectangle. To construct a rectangle how many measurements are required? We need two measurements are required. So this is a rectangle, we need two measurements are required. And the last one is a square. Square means all sides are equal. So to construct a square, my dear students, we need just one measurement is required, right? So one measurement is required, one independent measurement is required to construct what? A square, and two measurements are required to construct a rectangle, and three measurements are required to construct a parallelogram. To construct a rhombus also we need two independent measurements, and to construct a what? Trapezium, four independent measurements are required, and to construct what? Parallelogram, 3, quadrilateral, 5. Okay, see my dear students, now we are going to construct what? Quadrilaterals. Actually, as I told you, 5 independent measurements are required to construct a what? Quadrilateral. The first case is here S, 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 A. That means 4 sides and 1 angle. Total 5 measurements. 4 sides and 1 angle. And the next one is 1, 2, 3, 4 sides and 1 diagonal. So total 4 plus 1, 5. And here 3 sides and 2 diagonals, that is 3 plus 2, 5. Here 2 sides and 3 angles, that is 3 plus 2, 5. Here 2 sides and 3 angles, that is fifth case. So finally the conclusion here is we need 5 independent measurements required to construct a quadrilateral. Okay, my dear students. Thanks for listening to me, my dear students. If you like my videos, please like, share and subscribe my channel. Thank you very much.